homes, but as we told you on Friday, Cordova Mayor Jack Scott is invoking a city ordinance that bars any single wide trailer, and that is precisely the type of trailer being offered by the federal government to folks whose homes have been destroyed. So Mayor Jack Scott is apparently saying, emergency or not, the law is the law. And as we showed you back on Friday, a lot of folks in Cordova are none too thrilled about that 50-year ordinance. We're going to talk with one of those people here in just a moment live, but first, listen to this.
What I had suggested doing was putting FEMA trailers right in my backyard. But because of the mayor, we can't do that. We can't help our neighbors because he won't let us.
That's something this room full of Cordova neighbors was aimed at changing. But heated exchanges between the mayor and his constituents quickly resulted in building matches and drove some to tears.
We don't want to listen. Get out.
But when asked about how much buying a home within the city costs,
the cheapest one I found is $105,000.
You might have your sights set too high.
many, like Danny Banks, say since the storm destroyed his home, he has no place to go.
I've been here all my life. I was born and raised here.
He didn't want to leave Cordova, so he pitched a tent in his front yard.
It's rough down here, you know? Having to sleep on the ground, it's rough having to sleep on the ground. But I am not leaving my property until I get me something to live in.
And others say they simply want to stay in their hometown until they can rebuild. But if the city doesn't budge on the ordinance passed during the 1950s, they say they'll have to find rental space in another town.
You know, we're being forced to move out because of this law, and we want to do something about it.
This is not Mountain Brook, and it's not Vestavia Hills, you know. This is Little Cordova.
And I felt like we was basically being called trailer park trash.
Mayor Jack Scott says he wants to make it clear he's not trying to keep people from having a place to stay, but rather follow the city codes.
Why should I destroy a zoning ordinance for something like that?
And that was our affiliate WBMA out of Alabama. And I was going to talk to Danny Banks, who just saw in that piece, the guy with the shades, basically now living in a tent. There he is. He just dropped. Danny Banks, if you're near a phone, pick it up. Call me. Would love to talk to you about your situation, living in a tent, wishing you could live in a single wide trailer. Would love to talk to you. Also, would love to talk to you, Mr. Mayor. Mayor Scott, we've been calling you a number of times the past couple of days. You have not yet returned our phone calls, but I invite you live here on national television to pick up the phone and call me. Brooke Baldwin here at CNN. Coming up next, this is the question for Sarah Palin.